Apparently, I'm just lightsaber and the queen. The Game Pass game review screen.
Game Pass game review screen.
Boom! The Game Pass game review screen with all the different sized people.
Hey. Again.
So, for those of you who don't know what the Game Pass game review is, where the fuck have you been? We take a game that is on the Game Pass and we review it.
Oh my God.
Pretty much names in the title, really, isn't it?
It's complicated. That. Explain it again, mate.
Can you start again and go real slow?
This week's game is the what? It's called the Star Wars Saga. Skywalker Saga. Okay, cool. Good start, Matt. Well done.
I got the name of the game wrong.
and we can start in an unprecedented turn of events. In fact, do you want to sing a theme tune, Dave? And Nay, you sung it last time.
Did we?
Oh, Nay had his auto-tune on.
Oh no, Dave sung it, and then Jono will give a little ba ba ba. Or...
Game Pass game review.
Ba 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 bow.
Nice.
It's definitely different.
Yeah, it was different. I mean, if it's different every week, fine. They can grow legs. It's gonna be a whole song by the time they get to the end.
Matt put him off by giving him the wrong
fucking
tune.
scat.
You're a scat man. In an unprecedented turn of events, we can actually ask Nay about this first, because he's actually played the game.
Ask him why he chose the game.
In fact, Nay did choose the game, and then he played the game. It's almost like he's bothered with it this week.
Well, I thought, to be honest, I thought it was going to be slightly better than it was. I guess that way.
You thought the game was going to be better.
Wait, straight in with the dig into the game.
Whoa, let me play. You played what? Episode 1 and 2, and you're like,
no,
prequels. I'm like,
no. So I played A New Hope first, then I played Phantom Menace.
oh my god. If you had to pick 2, which 2 would you pick?
But you can't
Yeah, but you
pick
can't
them.
play them, yeah,
you've got to play through to
know.
unlock them. So I'm sure there's a way of cheating, but to get around it. But
Why didn't you like it though? What was?
So, I mean, there's bits I did like about it. So like, obviously I love Star Wars. So the little shit it does, like the comedy effects in it, is actually pretty funny.
The comedy is good.
Yeah, I actually laughed a few times.
That's
with
in
it.
it's the same in all the Lego games.
Yeah, so like, even like on the Phantom Menace one today, like it wasn't even the, you get the kind of screens between where it does like funny stuff. Actually, in the game, I was fighting Darth Maul. You hear the Duel of the Fates going, and I just looked to my left, and there's like fucking these droids, like all
playing.
I was like, what's that? But even like I can't remember what those battle droids were, the ones that Roger, like they just turn up in like random hats and shit like that. I'm like why? But that stuff and the way they've done that's pretty good. But then it's just like, if you compare it to all the other Star Wars games, especially ones that kind of involve the Force, you can't do that much with it really.
No, you need to compare it to Lego games.
I think that it's a Lego game before it's a Star Wars game. I think.
Yeah, it's.
Well, the other thing that pisses me off, all the fucking bits you got to pick up. The
bits.
Yeah.
Coin things. Or
I didn't bother with much of that, if I'm honest.
Oh, like you got to find the little things.
Like this
to find in the mission.
Yeah, this has got to be Jono's worst nightmare. Because there's so much of that bullshit in there.
Jono's fun fact of the week.
There is, but remember, these games were released individually. And when they were released, they didn't have any dialogue to it. It was mumbling.
What do you mean?
So these were separate games and now they're one big game?
Yeah, they were separate collections, and they made it all into the Skywalker Saga and put voices to it.
I did not know that.
Yeah.
So all this that we're playing now
fact.
wouldn't have any voices. It'd just all be like
Mumble.
the text and...
Pretty much.
Jono's fun fact of the week.
I didn't realise these games were already out.
No, I thought this was the first time anybody had seen these.
No, they just compiled them.
Are any of the voice actors the actual ones?
No,
I
I
doubt
don't
it.
think so.
I don't know
The only
whether
one maybe is Jar Jar, because I bet he's not getting that many gigs. But
yeah, I don't know whether
Yeah.
you'll be able to hear it in the background because Qui-Gon Jinn doesn't sound anything like him.
no, that's
But-
not.
No.
No.
But Obi-Wan Kenobi sort of does.
I don't-
So
But
you
I,
know
did,
McGregor might be in
well, I
there.
didn't
It's
know
not-
whether it was him or not, and I'm like, some of them sound really bad, but some of them sound okay. Is it? I don't know.
There are a lot of movie references in this game, though. So, like Qui-Gon will be has his line of "I have a unique set of skills,"
Well,
which is taken from Taken.
oh, right, okay. You've said, because you started explaining that to say there's quite a lot of movie references. And I'm sat here thinking, the game's based on fucking movies.
Yeah.
Of course there's movie references, John.
No,
It's a
no,
freaking
it's
Star Wars
different
game.
movies.
I thought you meant Star Wars.
You were like,
No.
movies that are
Yeah.
not Star Wars. Get it?
Nope. Like in,
Okay.
if you're Han Solo, you get you can see his Indiana Jones hat in one of the scenes, as well as you can find the Ark of the Covenant if you look carefully enough. It's in a crate.
Really?
Yeah.
There is an Indiana Jones Lego game as well, isn't there?
It worries me that you look closely enough at these sort of things, John.
He's spotting all the Easter eggs, isn't he?
Well, the thing is that he says if you look closely enough and stuff, is it? And then, but it's really
Yeah,
a
Harrison
child's
Ford.
game, and he is the only one
Well,
with sans child.
well, speaking of Easter eggs, if you go to Hoth, there's a literal Easter egg. In the sand.
Actual
It
egg.
does nothing. It's an actual egg. It brings no value to the game, but yeah.
There is quite a lot of things that happen that bring no value to the game.
Yeah.
Like what?
Like all these doors things here that you're just about to see. Like these are
Oh,
completely pointless. Like why? Just let me bash through this. It's a waste of everybody's time, isn't it?
No, you got to cut through it. You gotta cut a hole
Yeah,
in
but
it.
I cut through it, and then the rest of the door falls apart. So I feel like I probably could have just whacked it with a lightsaber and saved us all 5 minutes.
Oh, no.
You know what I
That's
mean?
not how you laser
It's
cutting
a
works, is
pointless mechanic.
You're actually not doing too bad gameplay wise.
Oh, thanks, Nate.
Actually,
I
not.
mean,
Like,
No,
let's cut
That's
that down a
gameplay,
little
really.
bit because it's not really. I mean, if you keep watching, I die a couple of times in a minute because I blow myself up.
You die?
Yeah, because I blow myself up.
Oh,
Um,
right. Okay.
But it's not really particularly difficult, is it?
It's not.
Gameplay wise.
No.
Look, I attacked the
No.
big bomb things.
no. I think the big thing is nostalgia for people who have played it. They got it in one complete collection.
So, I didn't realise it was a collection of old games.
No, I
Because I
didn't.
was thinking about this game in particular, is that if you've played one Lego game, you pretty much played them all because it's just the same thing. But then they've probably played some of these old Star Wars ones.
Yeah, so they've probably actually played these games.
I probably have actually played this before.
There was a DLC that was introduced. I didn't play it, but it's Boba Fett and Baby Yoda.
Yeah.
Oh, so
But
like some
you
sort
gotta
of
play as Mando.
nearly Mando DLC.
get to play as Mando, but do the same thing. It wouldn't matter if you were Mando or
Yeah,
bloody
but
Leia,
this-
would it? So
They give you the option, and I can't remember how many times I use it here, but they give you an option to switch between the characters,
Mhm.
which are identical.
yeah.
In
No.
Well, they're
Well,
not
the only thing
identical.
that's
Some are just
different-
really shit.
Sometimes it's a robot that has to do a robot task, and sometimes
Yeah.
as a Jedi, you need to use Jedi mind powers to do something.
I mean, yeah, that
Take
doesn't
this
happen
out.
overly often though. It's not like
if you
I.
just bash in X to like bash everything, then it's the same.
That's
But
a
if
good.
you're
It's
using
90% of the game, isn't it? Bashing X. This was.
Over the entire-
I found this. You know that Nate was talking about the humour thing. This was quite funny because it plays a Star Wars tune on his head as it came past.
Yeah, it does.
Bum, 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 bum.
Did you play A New Hope?
I have done. I played the start, a little tiny bit of New Hope at the start, and then I did the recording on the Phantom Menace. Mostly because I thought it would annoy you Star Wars fans.
Nah, I appreciate the prequels, especially with the sequels being a piece of shit.
Yeah, they are dog shit.
Jar Jar thinks it's the best Star Wars character.
Yeah, you would say that.
Well, this is like, yeah. I took a guess that Jar Jar Binks was in this one, and then
We're gonna die.
He's that Jar Jar Binks. Quality. Great character.
Take a guess how many playable characters there are in the entire saga.
well, I'm assuming all those people that lined up at the start.
200.
Nah, not that many. I'm gonna go 40.
Do all their different outfits count?
No,
I go 40.
50?
over 368.
What?
Nah, I was closest. Fuck you guys.
Fucking hell. Why do you need that many playable characters? There's not much to do, is there?
There's plenty to replay. So your free play modes where you come back in is where you come in as the various characters to do the tasks that you couldn't do.
Yeah, you have to go
But
back
the
to
tasks aren't that
See,
interesting.
that-
certain sections.
You lose a lot of supposed gameplay for me when that happens. And it's not just a Lego thing. Like with any game series where you're forced to complete a level and then go back to the same level afterwards to redo it to unlock the little bit that you missed.
Oh,
I'm
you
like-
don't redo it.
I'm not even interested in it. I'm not going back to the same shit again just to unlock the bloody cosmetic that I've missed.
No, I agree
Why
with
not?
that. Well, like on this game, I wouldn't. On Red Dead Redemption, I absolutely did.
Yeah.
I did everything on that.
Yeah, but
Remember the target audience. though.
Red Dead never gave you. Red Dead never made you go back to the same shit, did it? If you played it through the like.
No. You go back to the same areas and stuff that you
Yeah,
did
you
before.
go back to
This
same
isn't making you go
do
back
something.
either, is it?
No, but there are things that you can't unlock while you're playing it the first time through. Like in Red
Is
Dead,
it cosmetic?
yeah, character outfits
Bothered.
and bits that you can't get to. A bit like
It's
last
like-
week with the High on Life thing. There was places that you couldn't get to until you had a certain gun, but you went past them before you had that gun.
Replay value.
Yeah, I don't think replay value works on me.
No.
You like linear stories.
No. I don't think that's I like linear stories. I just don't like people trying to forcibly make me go back to something I've already done.
No, that's what I mean. So, just
Just do this.
Yeah, no, because like
without having to go back.
yeah, but linear story for me is like if you play the story, if you call it that, of Mortal Kombat.
There is a story.
Yeah,
There's
you
a story?
literally just follow it through and you do the fight, cutscene,
Yeah,
fight,
yeah.
cutscene, fight. That's a linear game for me. And then like something like Red Dead is not a linear game because you
No,
get
it's
kicked
open
out into
world.
an open world and you can bugger off. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's this. It's not that I'm a fan of linear games. Like, I don't want it to be forced into just this one story. But I don't. Yeah, I don't.
You want open world.
Yeah, but I don't want to be like, oh, I've come to this place, and now I can't actually do all the things I need to do at this place, so I have to go and complete half of the other shit, and then come back to do it. Especially when it's like this and it's all grouped into a level.
Yeah, I agree.
The newest Star Wars game was like that. Like, where you have to go back once you're strong enough to do things. And it's quite
Yeah,
popular
see,
in
now I've
games.
said it out loud. Strong enough to do things almost gets me slightly differently, but because there's like obviously in all the open world games, there's areas you can't go to because you get.
Yeah, but you're just pretty weak ass throughout this whole fucking game anyway. It goes back to the original point. And it's like, well, it's like you lift shit up and you do the occasional force thing, but it's like they could have done more with that stuff.
Yeah, they're not. It's not really Jedi-ish, is it?
Yeah, make it more fun.
You basically
need
just
to do.
got a lightsaber.
Yeah. Like
you
I
whack
can,
some things.
well, I can remember the first episode 1 game. It was great.
Oh, different. Yeah.
Like that as gameplay was great. Now obviously you're not going to get the same in terms of
That puzzles.
yeah, but it's stuff like that which just makes it. You've got all the force shit and blah blah blah. It was kind of before Jedi Academy era came out. So
I remember that one.
yeah, Jedi Academy was great. I mean, this ended up like. Let's talk about the other Star Wars games that were better than the
No,
Lego
this
ones.
is the point. This is why we're playing the Star Wars games, and Nate's got something to talk about.
But just remember, this one's for kids. This
Ah.
the
Well,
whole
you can
Lego
tell that, you can tell
franchise
that, you can tell
is
it.
for the children to like go through and collect things and replay. It'll keep them busier than any other game.
Well, aside
to the
from like
fact-
killing yourself,
I don't think
impossible not to win.
I don't think my kids have played any of the Lego games.
Why not?
Because only racing games in Matt's house.
They're just not that into it.
Just the racing games and Among Us, isn't it?
I mean, yeah, they play a lot of Among Us. Pineapple playing Red Dead, to be fair, so it's a bit
Good
of
game.
There you go.
yeah, it would be a bit of a come down for us to go on to Lego Star Wars.
Is Red Dead on Game Pass? Because we've 2 Game Passes in a row. We've talked about Red Dead Redemption
We're on
and how much
commission.
I think
we love that game and like,
I think
the
it's the
story's great, the
benchmark.
open world's great, love the graphics, everything.
that is the Red Dead is the benchmark. That's the pinnacle of.
But a Lego game is
Gaming.
not.
No, it's never going to get
be
anywhere
on
near
the
that.
same level. It's not
Yeah,
the
but-
same type of game, is it?
It's probably not going to get on that level, but it was enjoyable. I think
Yeah, I enjoyed the dialogue stuff more, like
than the actual
bit-
playing the game.
Yeah,
Yeah, the
like,
little comedy scenes are funny.
yeah, those are more enjoyable than the actual game. But like the New Hope thing, like if you got the reference at the end, and they go to the kind of the award ceremony where they're getting medals, and like Huey's still waiting for his medal because in the actual
Yeah.
film,
He doesn't
like
get it.
he doesn't get a medal, and he's just like, oh well, fuck me. Like so, in the sequels, they actually give him a medal. Like Leia gives him this medal saying that this is for you, but they try and retrofit it. But
How true to the? I'm not the person to answer this. Is what I'm asking. But how true to the films is it? Is it sort of loosely follows the story? Obviously, there's comedy dialogue which is not in the films, but is it?
story's exactly the same. It's just
Yeah,
it
it
adds
follows
like
the
the little comedy elements in the where they wouldn't obviously be
So
there
they-
before.
yeah, so they got the story right, just a bit of artistic
Yeah.
license on the sort of dialogue.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
It's like the Family Guy version.
That's
It's
Family
great.
Guy.
That
You ever
is
watched
great.
that?
That's
That's
it.
good.
Yeah.
It's so good.
Aren't you a little fat for a stormtrooper? Well, save yourself, you stuck-up bitch.
Tom Selleck. Tom Selleck.
And I thought it
I
smelled
think this
bad
is a good
on the
way
outside.
to Star Wars. Like playing the Star Wars game.
That's
Not
not.
this one.
You
Well,
don't
this
think
is
it
all of the
encourage your
Star.
children to
You
game
reckon
stuff?
you'd get them into a different one rather than this one?
Oh, kids. So,
Yeah, kids.
yeah,
Yeah,
If your kids haven't
yeah.
watched Star Wars yet,
yeah, probably.
maybe get them to play the Lego game.
That's a good
Nope.
introduction to Star
And
Wars.
they're like, oh, I want to watch the film now.
This will
Well,
keep him
I'd,
busy for months.
I'd just make them watch the film first.
Straight
Sit
in.
I'd be
down,
like-
son.
Yeah, education time. I mean, if my kid didn't like Star Wars, I'd be like paternity testing that
adopted.
shit. So, like, he ain't mine.
This one's broken.
Just put him on a shelf in Tesco. Bye.
I've shook it loads, but it's not working.
This is your family now.
Can of soup. New child.
For legal reasons, I'd like to point out that nobody should leave children on the shelves of Tesco's or the supermarkets out of it.
Wayfair are also apparently pretty good at shipping kids.
Yeah.
Wait,
Wayfair.
what?
And you get a free
Wait,
wardrobe.
whoa.
You don't know about the Wayfair thing.
Let's not. This bad choice of conversation. Let's go back to the game, preferably.
We'll come back to this later. Yeah.
Hashtag Google it.
Come follow us on Twitch if you want to find out about Wayfair.
Next time. Wayfair review. These kids don't shut up.
I think this is the furthest we've ever got off topic. Isn't it?
Yeah.
I mean, we're
mean,
way beyond the.
To be honest, I think that's testimony to this. Like, aside from it being a bit samey throughout, I mean, look at the video behind you. doesn't really ever change, does it? It's
Slap
like,
No,
droids
you
with a
you
lightsaber.
literally just slap things with lightsabers. You tap X and stuff for a bit.
Yeah.
The thing that did quite annoy me is that there's no the sort of auto aiming or the auto sort of targeting type thing with your lightsaber. It seems to just auto target anything that's in the vicinity. It doesn't care whether it's enemies or whatever. So I jumped into
Yeah,
that
it's something
battle
that can be broken,
and
yeah.
Just slapped the queen a few times before
Yeah,
it
I
came
noticed
off.
that.
And I was like, what the fuck is going on here? There's droids to the right of me, but apparently I'm just lightsabering the queen.
Queen Amidala,
That
take
is,
this.
that is not a euphemism for something. You can use that as a title, Dave.
You're not chasing her right now.
Lightsabering the queen.
Get over here, bitch.
oh, it's a double-ended lightsaber.
But again, you just you go through the next bit of gameplay and then you just go to slapping some more droids. But it is, like we said before, I suppose it is for children. And
It
so if it
is.
gets any more complicated than this, the youth of
Did you not
today-
enjoy the pod racing?
I did enjoy the pod racing. We get to the pod racing in a minute. And you guys, weirdly, when I was recording the footage, you guys were talking to me at the same time, and I was getting annoyed at the lack of controls with pod racing.
I
think you
found
can
driving
lose
on this
though, can you?
hard, so I didn't do the pod racing. But I just couldn't aim my vehicle.
Yeah,
No,
it's
that's-
they've not
shooting
really
at
got the
cliffs and
physics of that
stuff.
right.
The pod racing game was great. The old one.
Yeah, I think I played that.
Oh, it was. Yeah.
Yeah, episode 1 racer.
I think
it was.
I think more because
That's
it
not
was
a Lego game, is it?
more because it was racing than
Yeah,
Star
it was-
Wars. to be honest.
Progressive as well. Very, very cool.
We've got that on the Switch. Again, talk about another Star Wars game that's not as well.
It turns out we're going to come to the conclusion here that this is not bad for kids and stuff, but every single other Star Wars game ever made is better.
That's
That's
a
pretty
good
much
Not
what
sign.
we're
every-
saying.
Yeah.
Not every.
Why?
What's
What
not
other?
as, what's not as
What's
good?
worse? What's the worst Star Wars game?
I think Jedi Battles was awful. It was a PS1 game, and it was so difficult that you
sure I played
couldn't
it.
progress. It had Samuel L. Jackson on the cover, I'm sure.
I don't know.
Oh really?
I don't know.
Jedi
It.
Battle.
I
I sort of remember a game. On the front.
I didn't like the one. What was
Yeah.
the one where you exclusively flew the planes?
Jedi Power Battles.
Oh, Squadrons.
Is that what it is?
Oh yeah.
I didn't like
yeah,
that.
It was Squadrons. Yeah.
Like me and
Squadrons is
Dave
alright,
tried
I
to
thought.
play that one on stream once, on like the
Yeah.
4th of May.
No, you need practice on that.
Yeah, we
Like,
got-
you can't
got
just
bullied
jump
pretty hard
into
on
it.
that.
Yeah, we sucked pretty bad at that, to be honest.
X-Wing versus TIE Fighter.
Yeah.
See, I don't think it really makes a difference. We sucked in them all. But
Yeah, we really did.
there you go.
There's a new Star Wars game coming out soon.
It's just the sequel to Jedi, blah blah blah. What's it called?
Mm-hmm.
With,
Oh yeah, Jedi blah blah blah.
with
I know
um,
that one.
Cal, whatever it's called.
Yep.
Can't guess
Cow.
this. Yeah.
Yep.
See,
I know
Dave,
what you're talking about.
they know what I'm talking about, even though I described it as blah 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 blah.
It was
We know.
what is it? Fallen Order, and now it's Jedi Survivor. Is it?
Something like that, yeah. But
Yeah.
I haven't played all the way through,
Oh.
but it's a pretty. I quite enjoyed that one. To be honest.
I should
Yeah,
probably
it's
finish
great.
that.
Yeah,
I think
no,
that's
that
on
was a
the
good game.
EA Play thing. Actually, we could get away with playing that. On here.
No, that is on there, I think.
Yeah, I think you should.
Or it was.
Um,
I don't know. It's still is.
It's quite, I found that quite difficult though because it's a bit more serious.
Oh, all right, best Star Wars game ever. Force Unleashed.
Yeah.
1
Agreed.
and 2. And I'm hoping the new game is Star Killer.
I did like Jedi Academy though. I'm gonna throw
No,
that in there.
no.
Throw it in
Jedi
there.
Academy 1 and 2 was brilliant. That was the first proper 3D game, wasn't it?
Yeah.
It felt open world.
Yeah.
Dual lightsabers. In
Even
the second one.
even the
Full
multiplayer bit,
customization.
the multiplayer bit of that was
So
ace.
good.
Yeah.
So good.
Unless you
So
haven't
nostalgic.
worked it out yet, viewers, these guys are massive Star Wars nerds.
Massive
Fucking
verge.
love it.
Why are they picking on the pretty ones?
I know, apparently so.
Why are we virgins?
Oh wait, yeah.
Nerd. I can't.
The only-
Yeah, I can't. I genuinely can't believe how into Star Wars you guys are. And this
love
is
it.
gonna be a contentious comment, I think. But if you are that into Star Wars, comment down below. But it's all right, isn't it?
Yeah,
You
fuck
know?
out.
It's no Lord of the Rings.
Alright.
It
You only
absolutely
watched it
is.
recently as well, didn't you?
Yeah, I did. Yeah.
Like, you've only seen the films like within like.
No,
last year or
I've
two, is
seen
it?
them before. I just didn't remember them.
Oh, had you? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I thought you were watching some for the first time because you said.
Oh no,
You told
yeah,
Nate, like, oh, I get all your references now.
yeah, because I don't. Well, I don't have an encyclopedia. Like Nate watches something for like once, 25 years ago, and he remembers every fucking line from it, like ever. Like the whole script is just memorized. He knows fuck all else. His brain's completely full of useless movie lines. But
He knows how to drink.
I drink and I know stuff.
I drink and I quote movie films.
But like, yeah, there was quite a lot of things that he would say that I only just got because I watched it again. Like the Order 66 stuff. Is it
Right,
66?
I know
Is that the
bit.
right? Is that the right number?
It is
Yeah.
Okay,
absolutely
good.
bang on.
That's a good job, really. Otherwise, I was going to edit it out.
I mean, that's the only bit I'm disappointed that I've not played to yet, because
It gets
like,
better.
if you get to kill younglings, which I doubt you do, I am so for that shit.
Yeah. Come here, little kitties.
Like, Master Anakin, there's too many of them. What are we going to do?
It's taken a weird turn now that's the bit of Star Wars that you want to play through.
Oh,
You did mention
absolutely.
Wayfair.
You want to
Yeah,
slap
yeah.
kids with a
Of
light?
all the hero bits that goes on in Star Wars, you want to play the villain.
No, I won't be I'll be villain in Star Wars. Villains are way cooler in Star Wars for
That'd be
everyone.
quite the
Apart from the
DLC if they
death
brought that
bit
out,
at the
wasn't
end.
it?
What, play as the baddie? I don't think.
The
I
Order
don't.
66 DLC for Lego Star Wars.
Honestly, in this, I don't think they'd let you kill the younglings.
I mean, name a better villain than Darth Vader.
Jar Jar Binks.
Yeah.
Darth Jar Jar Binks.
That's a good one.
You do know about that, by the way.
Well,
He doesn't, so tell him.
He definitely does.
He definitely doesn't.
I definitely don't.
You
Yeah,
don't.
we know.
So like,
Jar Jar Binks is actually a villain.
well, the original kind of concept was that Jar Jar was going to be a Sith,
Oh,
Darth Jar Jar.
but he
but
was.
then he wasn't received that well when in
Wasn't
episode 1.
received. That is a really nice way of
Yeah,
putting it.
that's a nice
Wasn't
way.
Yeah.
received that way. Everybody fucking hated him, man.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so
Oh,
they went
poor
away
Jar
from
Jar.
that.
Justice for Jar Jar.
Yeah,
Really?
Yeah.
Like,
We're gonna start.
Darth Jar Jar's a thing. Like, it already is a thing. Like, so
Darth
if you
Jar
go
Jar.
online and search for Darth Jar Jar, like you can get
Yeah.
lost in a hole.
Rabbit hole. That's the word.
What?
Yeah.
There's people
Misunderstood
writing
Jar
fan
Jar.
fiction for Jar Jar Binks to be some sort of Sith.
I should see the photos. It's,
There's
Well,
photos. People have like
Does he look evil or does he still look stupid?
nah, he looks evil.
combination.
Evil
of the two.
stupid.
I think the actor guy released like some pictures of some original
Actor.
script or something. Whoever it was for Jar Jar. Like,
Voice actor.
but yeah, he released a bit of the script, I think, because people were giving him shit.
Oh, really?
Yeah, rightly so. I think.
If someone gave you a signed Jar Jar photo, what would you do with it? That would-
Sell it. Well, keep
you'd
it for a
sell
bit.
it. You wouldn't rip it off.
Prequels is worth a lot right now. People got a lot of love for prequel stuff. Yeah.
I mean, they're better than the sequels.
It's out. It's out. Our generation, isn't it?
Are they better than the sequels just because we want to hate the sequels?
No, sequels are trash.
They are just trash.
And the prequels weren't that bad. Like, especially
Well, the
2 and
prequels,
3,
well,
Attack of the Clones.
up until the point where the sequels were released, the prequels were like, these are trash.
No,
And now,
no.
like, the sequels have been released, and now you're like, no, the prequels are trash.
Please tell me you changed view.
No? Why would I change
Nothing
view? This is
changed
a
view.
perfect view.
That was going to be one of my complaints about this game. Like, you
Well, they
can't
couldn't change
control
view.
your view change. Yeah. It sort of like zooms you in when it wants you to zoom in.
Was there a different view for this thing?
Mm-hmm.
For the pod racing?
Yep.
Cool. Well, like
Is there
you're
different
the
view options the rest of the time?
you're the
as
kind
well?
of guy that plays the game in chase cam, aren't you?
I prefer
What does
racing
that mean?
games like that.
No, I was quite happy with the view here, to be fair. What I wasn't happy with was the fact that, and you'll see it a couple of times here, when you got to the lead of the race, the
Yeah,
game,
speed up.
the game, like, yeah, they just fly back past you again,
Yeah.
like, they're bullshit, man.
Yeah, top speed as well.
And then, and then it lets
It's
you,
fixed, is it?
yeah, well, it lets you win the race, but only at a certain point.
Right.
So it doesn't just let you go straight into the lead and like fly away with it.
Well,
It makes you win at a certain time.
Sebulba was in the lead for like most of the movie anyway.
Yeah, no.
So they're just staying true to the movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Is that your issue, Matt?
well, don't let me control it if you're going to be if you want to stay true to the movie, then just don't give me the option of pod racing. If you're going to give me the
That's
option of
what I
pod
mean.
racing, let me fucking win, man.
It's
Fast as fuck,
impossible
boy.
to lose. That's the thing. It's like impossible to lose on
Yeah,
this
no,
game.
but I was winning. Like, look, now I'm in the lead, and then all of a sudden, like the car,
Dude.
the pod racer just gets like knackered for no reason, and they go ahead again.
Yeah.
It doesn't make any sense. I just,
It's-
I wanted them to just let me win. Like,
The Darth Maul bit's funny though. You know, at the very end.
I didn't get to
I've
that.
not seen
Oh,
it.
did you not? Like,
No, I didn't. Yeah.
So, like, at the very end, you're fighting as Qui-Gon or Obi-Wan against him. And then you actually, like, cut him in half. And obviously, normally Qui-Gon's dead before he's cut in half.
Yeah.
But then he's just, Darth Maul's just there cut in half and stabs him. so then Obi-Wan cuts his head off. And they just there with his head, with the lightsaber in his mouth, bouncing towards him, like, why don't this motherfucker die? So he just kicks him down the hole.
It's shit like that that makes it funny, but if they do it throughout.
Yeah,
you know,
no,
all
the
of them,
comedy
and
was the
it's
best
a lot
bit.
of work that they
Yeah, I
put into
agree.
it.
So what?
It's a
We
funny
usually
story,
ask
right?
a sort of couple of questions about these sort of things. Would you go back and play it again? Would you finish? Obviously, Jono got to the end of it because he gets to the end of every game. But would you go back and play it again to get to the end, to complete the sagas, the movies? What?
If I had nothing else to play, which is rare, so probably not.
I think that's probably the case. Yeah, if you had nothing else, absolutely nothing else to play, then maybe.
Well, if you want something to chill out to, it's not too taxing, is it? You
No,
want
nice,
a
easy
relaxing
play.
Game.
I think there's preferable games to chill out to.
Right, let's go from one end to the other. Then, Dave, out of 10.
No, probably 6 again. I said 6 twice in a row now.
Nay.
5.
Okay, that's
You
where
did?
I'm going. But I'm going to say I'm going to get a 4 for the gameplay and an extra point for the humour.
I would
5.
agree with that. I would agree with that.
Jono?
So you get the
I'm gonna go 6.5 for us and 10 for kids. It's a great game for kids. It'll keep
Yeah,
them
it's
busy
fine.
for
Yeah,
Yeah,
hours.
that's true. Yeah. For kids,
Like-
it'd be like 7 or 8.
It's a worthy purchase for kids
No,
to
we,
play.
I didn't think we rated it for kids. We digressed into
I mean,
kids
considering
ratings now.
well, we've sworn that much on. Well, I have certainly already on this.
Oh,
So,
we
Yeah, I
can
was
Out
going to
with,
say,
like,
if
Jar Jar
any
Binks
kids
noise.
are watching this,
tune
Hey.
out.
piss off.
Well, only if they've been taken out of their Wayfair package.